Hey there guys, what's going on? Eric on here, and today I am going to show you a few ways how to make mesos. Starting off with crafting, the first step that I'm going to show you guys requires adamantium plates. Oops, just darn it. And intermediate abrasives. You can either mine the plates by buying an intermediate ticket, going in here and mining the brown veins, the chance of getting the ore like this. But if you want to save time, because time's money also, you probably be best off buying the materials from, I think her name's Knack. Yeah, Knack. So I made 90 plates for you guys already, and basically what you want to do is you want to craft these rings, nimble ring 2s. What's nice about these is that you can break them down into intermediate crystals and advanced crystals because they're level 70, and they only take 1 plate per, so it's really cheap and easy to make. The only problem is fatigue, so I have to buy potions to lower that. I'll show you in a sec. Alright, let's break it down. I had to wait a while to find someone with it. Let's see. There's a chance to get 3 intermediates and 1 advanced, so it's not always 2. You get about 2 on average though. So let's say I made and broke all 90 down. Then what would happen is I would end up with about 180 intermediate crystals, give or take some, and each one sells for about 50k each, so that's a good sum of money. It's about 9 million. The thing about making these though is that there's a 10% chance that it'll make powder, so if you buy 100 molds and 300 ores to make these, you probably end up with 90. I actually just found someone that was buying them, so it's pretty nice. See, 700k right there, and that only took 10 plates. Actually, no, not even, because it's divided by 2, so that only took 5 plates to get 700k. That is a win. Alright, so now if you want to look at statistics, let's say you follow something that I created that's called the 100 plate plan. What you would be doing is you would be investing 3 million in 100 molds and 300 adamantium plates, which are not plates, ores, which would get you 100 plates. And if you're doing all this at once, then you will end up using 100 of your fatigue, and you can make 20 rings with the remaining 100. And after you do that, what you want to do is you want to buy one of these potions, because this may restore more, but it costs more. It's not worth it. So you want to buy these, and then for each one of those you can make 6 more, or you can just wait for the fatigue to heal or recover, which might be a better idea if you have time. But if you want to do this all quickly at once, you can just buy the potions. So continuing on with the plan, after you make the 20 rings with the remaining 100, then you just keep buying the 100k potions and then making 6 rings until you run out. And then once you've broken them all down at a 1 mesos extractor, then you will end up with about 10 million mesos, which is about 3 times more than what you started with, give or take a little bit. So it's a pretty good deal, considering how it only takes a little bit of time. So I'd say it's definitely worth it. As I'm probably going to say later on in this video also, it's really helpful to have a store permit, so you can just go to bed while having the shop up with the items for sale, so you don't have to stand around asking people if they want to buy it. It saves a lot of time. And the second thing I'm going to tell you guys is not necessarily the best way to make money and profit, but it is recommended because familiars can add to the drop rate, which can increase the drop rate of items that are valuable, and you can actually sell the familiars. Like right now, after maybe a minute or so of looking, I found one of them. These, from what I've heard, gives 30% extra drop, but where the real money's at is spiders. The problem, the biggest problem with these guys is that they're level 70, so the drop rate is really low for the familiars. It could take a long time, but they sell for at least 10 mil a piece, and they add 60% drop. And for the really daring, you can try going after meat and pig familiar. It is 60% like the spider, so but it's gonna be really hard to get a drop. So good luck with that. My third thing is also familiars, but this time it is about boss familiars. I didn't get it this time, but Mano, for example, drops a boss familiar pretty often. You can get it if you go through all the 19 channels, probably 3 times. If you have a pig on, or not pig, 60% drop familiar, or if it's ×2. Mano is the easiest of all the bosses because of the fact that he's level 10, and his will probably sell the most out of all the low level bosses because his effect is nice and he has a lot of health. And on a side note, you can get some 60% scrolls from it. Like I got this on, I think, the 4th or 3rd kill. Alright, well that's going to be it for this first episode. If you guys want more, like, subscribe, favorite, and I will send some more tips your way.